Hello, friends of Sudoku, and good morning. Well, it's morning here in South Central Vietnam. It's a little after 6 a.m. or 0600. And today is the 8th of March 2024. We are looking at a puzzle from El País, and it is their expert puzzle of today. As always, you will find a link to this puzzle in the description for the video. That out of the way, let's have a look at what is happening here. I can see a 1 and a 2 happening here because this 2 blocks up. So one of these must be a 2, and it obviously can't be this square, so it must be this. And therefore, one of these must be a 2. I can also see a 1 blocking up and a 1 blocking over. So one of these must be a 1 blocking down. So 1 and 2 must go here, and therefore here we are going to have a 6, 7, and a 9. We also have a 9 blocking over here, so one of these must be a 9, and therefore none of these can be 9s. A 9 goes here somewhere, therefore none of these can be a 9. We have a 9 blocking across here and here, and all that just means one thing. A 9 goes here. We have a 1 in box 1. This 1 blocks here, this 1 blocks here. So here's a 1. Now with these two ones blocking like so, and this one blocking like so, we can enter a 1 here. Anything else of importance? A 3 blocks up and a 3 blocks across. One of these must be a 3. So this goes to 3 blocks across, this 3 blocks across here, this 3 blocks here. So this square in the corner has got to be a 3. 5. Let's see, a 5 blocks up and across. One of these must be a 5 blocking back down. So we're going to have a 5 and a 1 here. Can you see it? This 1 blocks down, this 1 blocks up. We just figured out that one of these must be a 5. The other one must be a 1. And that makes it pretty clear that since these can't be anything but 1 and 5, and we have a 6 and a 7 blocking here, these two must be a 6 and a 7. So now we got 6, 7, 1, 5. We need to figure out what can go here. And we already got a 4 and a 2 in the column. So what can go here? Only a 3. 3 squares to be filled here. We know one of them is a 5. It goes here. We also need to find a 4 and a 6. So 5 and 6 both block here. 5 and 6 go here. 4 must go here. We have a 4 now blocking up and down, and we got 2 4s blocking here and here. So 4 goes here. 5, 6, 3 squares to figure out here. They must be an 8, 2, and a 9. 9 blocks here, 9 blocks here, 9 has got to go here. So 8 and 2 must go here. We also have 8 and 2 blocking here, so it's clear that these two must be an 8 and a 2. 2 blocks over, that's convenient, because now we know that this is an 8 and this is a 2. We basically know that these must be 2 and 8, these must be 1 and 5. Let's have a look at these 3. And they, of course, now must be 6, 7, and a 3. 6, 7, 3. Don't know what to do with that. 7, 3. No, I don't. So I'll leave that alone for now. A 1 must go here, of course, because we have these two ones in rows 7 and 8. 9 and 5. 9 and 5 can't go here. 5 actually must go here or here. 9, we got a possibility here, here, and here. So that's also not going to be solved that easily. So I want to look here. No, actually, first I want to look at 2's. 2 is blocked here and here. We know one of these is a 1. I was thinking maybe we had a good looking pair of 1's and 2's, but a 2 could also go here conceivably because this is a 2 or an 8. So I don't seem to be able to solve that yet. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 2, 4, 8. This is a 6, a 9. The 2 must go here or here. 2, 8, 4, 6, 9. Maybe something will happen here soon. I don't know. But I don't know what I've been thinking because we have a 5 blocking here all the time. So here's a 6 and here's a 5. Does it change anything though? We might have a look at what these two must be. They must be a 4 and a 7. And this 4 blocks up here. So here's a 7, here's a 4. Sometimes you just have to take a step back from a puzzle and close your eyes for 30 seconds and then look at it again. Now we know, of course, that a 7 can't go here. It must go here. And here we have a 9. Here we're looking to find a 2 and an 8. And here, therefore, a 4, 6, and a 9, also not something I can solve immediately. But the 2's and 8's seem to be rather restricted now because this cannot be a 2 or an 8. This cannot be a 2 or an 8. So we have 2 and 8 in 2 of these 3 squares. Let me have another look here at this column. We have already established that these 2 squares must be a 1 and a 2, and we therefore need a 7, 6, and a 9 here. And here is a revelation, and I am going to use a unique rectangle for this puzzle. And let me explain. These are 7 and 6. We have a 7, 6, 9 here. Got it? The 9 blocks over, so this is definitely a 7 or a 6. This is definitely a 7 or a 6. And this is definitely a 7 or a 6. This can therefore not be a 7, 6. Right? So since we only need a 7, 6, and a 9 to complete these 3 empty cells, and it cannot be a 7 and it cannot be a 6, it follows that it must be a 9. So now that we have a 7 and a 6 here and here, let's see if we can do something clever with these 3 squares. We know they can't be 7 and 6. There must be a 2, 4, and an 8. So all we know is that this is a 4 or an 8. There's another thing that occurs to me, and that is that since these are 7 and 6, and we have a 4 blocking down here, we know that one of these is a 4. Not sure how much it helps though. 3, 4, 8 block here. 3, 4, 8 block here. 3, 4, 8 must go here in some order. 7 and a 6 must go here. What's missing? A 5. So this must be a 5. Now we have a 5 blocking across here and down here. So this is a 5. 7, 6, 1, and 9. We still need a 1 and a 9 for 2 of these squares. So now let's have a look at these squares. I think we can do something here. We need to find a 3, 8, and a 7. And it's quite clear that a 7 must go here because we have 7s here blocking up. We have 7 blocking down. We have a 7 blocking over. So this must be a 7. and here we are looking for a 3 and an 8. Both of these squares can be 3s though, so I'm not quite sure about that. But we can enter a 7 here, I believe, because this 7 blocks down. One of these is a 7 blocking up. This 7 blocks across. This 7 blocks across. So here's a 7. 3 and 6 here. 6 blocks over. Here's a 3. Here's a 6. 3 blocks over here. Up here. Down here. 3 goes here. 3's block over and down. We know one of these is a 3. We know one of these is a 3. What does that mean, if anything? I don't know. I'm looking at 6s and 9s now. We have a 6 and a 9 blocking here. We have a 6 and a 9 blocking here. We have a 6 and a 9 blocking here. So it's clear that a 6 and a 9 must go in these two positions. And that leaves a 1, 2, and an 8 to figure out. The 1 blocks here and here. This cannot be a 1 because it must be a 6 or a 9. I believe this is a 6 or a 9 too. Let me get back to that in a moment. So a 1 must go here. We already know that one of these is a 1. Now the 1 must go here. Let me get back to the square, because we need to find 6, 7, 1, and a 9 across these empty squares. And there's a 7 and a 1 blocking here. So this is a 6, 9. We just discovered that this is a 6, 9 as well. So now it's clear that this square cannot be a 6, 7 anymore. It must be a 7, and this must be a 6. That gives us a 6 here and a 7 here. And of course, now a 7 here. So if these are 6 and 9s, then this must be a 1. Here a 2, 4, 8. Really? Can I not do it? No, I can't do anything about that at the moment. This is like pulling teeth a little bit at a time. Just hurts that much longer, doesn't it? Now a 2 and an 8 here, and a 2 and an 8 here. 2, 6, 8 here. Am I onto something? I'm onto a 6 here, am I not? Because one of these is a 6. One of these is a 6. We need to find a 6 for column 8. This 6 blocks here. What's left? Only this square. It's a 6. A 4 and a 9 here now. Here we are in luck because the 4 blocks up, giving me a 9 here and a 4 here. Therefore, we have a 4 here finally blocking over this 4 blocks down. We have a 4 here, 3 and 8 here. And the 3 blocks over, here's the 8, here's a 3. 8 blocks over and over. We know this is an 8 now. 6 and 9, therefore a 2 here. 2, 6, 8 for these squares. 2 and 8 block up. Here's a 6. Now we know that this is a 6 and that this must be the 9. Here, a 2 and an 8. 2 and 8. Ha! 2 and 8. Wonderful. And not something I can deal with just yet, it seems. So we'll have to attack over here somewhere. A logical place is where there is no doubt, such as here. It must be an 8. Now we know that this is a 2 and this is an 8. And we now know that this is a 2 and this is an 8. Up here, we have a 2 and an 8. 1 and 5, still untouchable. 1 and 2 here, remember? 2 now blocks over, 1 here, 2 here. Now we have a 1 here and a 5 here from memory, giving me a 5 here and a final 3 here. Wonderful puzzle today, or maybe it's just that I found a very, very, very strange path to solve it, but I enjoyed the journey. I hope you did too. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.